Welcome back to another video. So today I have something extra special for you guys. Recently I asked my friends if they'd be up for turning my OCs into wings of fire dragons. They all finished up the art, and oh my goodness, it is amazing. I'm very curious as to what Mala, my channel mascot, would look like if she were brought into the world of Wings of Fire. There are so many exciting designs and reveals for you guys here today, and I can't wait to get into it all. Every artist will be linked in the description, so please go check out their work. But before I begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Dark95, Slightest Wild, Fizz, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, and Avril. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to the social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Of course, if we're turning my OCs into Wings of Fire Dragons, we have to start off with the main lady. Mala is my energetic, kind channel mascot. She's a very happy fox who loves helping people and making their days better. Because of her warm personality and pretty oranges on her fur, my friend Piper decided to draw her as a Silkwing. I think this tribe totally fits Mala. And oh my goodness, does she look amazing here. Everything about her design was incorporated so well, and I actually think she looks pretty good as a dragon. Even the antenna adds so much to this. Everything comes together so nicely to produce this beautiful look for Mala, and I couldn't be happier with the end result. Mala loves the forest, so I'm sure she would be a very happy Silkwing in the New Kingdom. Next up, we have Pix the Otter as a Mud-Sea hybrid. This was drawn by Starry Skies. Never could I ever have imagined how beautiful Pix would look as this hybrid type, but Sparkles just blew me away here. I honestly love her design as a Mud-Sea hybrid just as much as I love her look as an otter. Everything just fits so well, and I'm seriously amazed right now. Pix is a very hyper otter who loves everything spray paint, stickers, and rockets. I just adore Sparkles' art, and all the details here are perfect. An absolutely flawless job, truly bringing Pix to life in ways I never even could have imagined. The gill details, the snout, everything. This is just beyond cool. Thank you so much for drawing Pix. Yet another wonderful art piece by Sparkles is their version of 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙀, my 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙁𝙀 OC. 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙀 is royalty and has a major change of heart when she eventually falls in love with someone from the human realm. And to say that Sparkles did her justice here with this amazing Wings of Fire tribe design would be Earth's biggest understatement. Sparkles turned 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙀 into a Sky Knight hybrid, which is just perfect. Her Skywing half represents how she's normally a bird, and the Nightwing part mirrors 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙀's darker, night-colored scales. The eyelashes, the patterns, everything. Sparkles, you are so insanely talented, and it just shows. Yet again, this is another species change that I'm just in love with. Up next, we have one of Piper's designs, another one. This one is of 𝙂𝙀𝙀, one of my has-been hotel OCs. She's normally a bat who used to be a journalist while she was alive. However, she would end up getting killed by her best friend at the peak of her career, would have everything stolen from her. 𝙂𝙀𝙀 would then have to learn to forgive her ex-friend when the two of them meet again years later in the afterlife. Piper chose for 𝙂𝙀𝙀 to be a leucistic Nightwing, which is the greatest choice, considering her colors and regular species. She was translated into the Wings of Fire universe so beautifully, and even has teardrop scales. I just love how she looks as a dragon, and I could stare at this for hours. Amazing work as always, Piper. I'm so impressed. In her story, we also meet Salem, the jealous friend who eventually suffers the same fate she gives 𝙂𝙀𝙀. Here's Salem as a Night Rain hybrid drawn by Flame Phoenix 135. Okay, for starters, making her a Night Rain hybrid is just genius. Everything works so well with her here as a dragon, and we have Flame Phoenix to thank for that. The purple wings are gorgeous, and this art piece is truly a marvel. Even the detail on her claws just fits so well with Salem's panther species. I literally love this so much, and it truly stands out to me. What an awesome result! Up next, we have my rabbit OC, Juniper. My friend Rosette drew her as an Icewing, which is actually such an amazing idea, and this is wonderful. Juniper's wings are simply beautiful, and this drawing is just bursting with life and emotion and personality. Rosette is literally one of my favorite artists, so of course this does not disappoint. In the tail, How insanely gorgeous does all of this look? I'm just so happy right now. Juniper is stunning as a Wings of Fire dragon, truly. Her sweet nature is reflected so amazingly here. And now we actually have my Spider-Woman OC, Victory Fox, known under the alias of Silent Spider. My friend Ears drew her as a Night Silk hybrid, which is quite possibly the greatest and most fitting thing ever. Her Nightwing half is a picture of her dark black and gray suit, now scales, and her Silkwing half is how she gets her web fluid for swinging and attacking bad guys. The way Ears turned Victory's gold lining into stars on her wings to match how she's a Nightwing is just brilliant. Patterns all look so great, and I'm in awe right now. This is just awesome. And lastly, we have this amazing art by Mynameit. Here's Winnie, my Dachshund OC. This lineless art is incredible. It's so vibrant and lively, and Winnie as a Rainwing is something I never thought I needed until now. The wing and body details, how it all fades from what was once his onesie to now his body scales, is just the greatest thing ever. Even the horns look fabulous. This one is seriously so special to me, and Winnie was done the greatest justice ever. I can't get over how beautifully visual this is. And that's my tip for this video. Which species swap was your favorite, and would you ever do this for your OCs? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.